You know why I'm laughing? Did you see what Sheisha did when they went to the Idols? I'll be part of the panel of judges when you start your musical career. And I can tell you that music is in your blood.
All right, you can diss me how you want. You can say whatever it is you want to say. But when I came across this young man, right from the auditions that took him into The Voice Nigeria for the season, I was surprised. One thing is a music director in my church, and so I was like, really, must have been working with Joel.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, this is Emeka, Jonathan. You know, these are the guys that they sing, but you don't hear their voices. So I'm like, you can't sing this much. I used to sing in church. And like, I was surprised. Dapo Zacchaeus, semi-finalists around.
Live shows.
Live shows now on The Voice Nigeria is right here in the studios with us. Dapo, good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning. It's really good to be here.
You don't have to like reach out the first time and like, you know, when you have a brother doing well, most times you'll have to just reach out and say, let's just have you once in a while like that. He's the one that usually, I think the last time we brought Manuel, right?
Yeah.
And so we had to bring that one. I told him I have a surprise for you this morning. So you see my surprise, right?
Yes.
You see my surprise?
It's worth it.
So that let's have it.
These are the guys that are going to take over the music.
The music scene.
Very
the
soon.
music scene. Dapo, you've been doing music for how long now?
Yeah, I've been doing music for close to 7 years. You know, I started professionally in 2015. Yes, right after Project New Wine in Trim headquarters.
Oh, did you participate in
Oh yes, I
Project New
participated
Wine?
in terms of Project
Interesting.
New Wine.
Okay.
That was I think the second or third.
Edition?
Yes, I guess.
Okay.
You know, the likes of Rejoice, Gideon, who eventually won.
Who eventually won.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it was-
Gideon.
Yes, Gideon Moses.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, so I was second runner-up, and I think right after then was when it seemed like I had, you know, gotten out there a bit, and then a couple of people spoke to me, I joined the band, and from there it was just,
And you just kept doing it.
you know, I mean that was when I just was like, okay, music.
So you've been keeping the voice.
Well, not like that. I mean, my dad used to play a lot of Ebenezer Obey and Sonia Day, so I used to sing along, but I was never really sure I was really good to sing. You know, I think it was around 2013 when I started to fall in love with some foreign artists. I think way before 2013, just like the Westlife and the Lights. You know, like these guys can sing.
They can sing.
Yeah, I can
So you two decided to sing. Okay, let's talk about your journey on The Voice Nigeria. Why did you decide to audition for The Voice this year?
Okay, so The Voice Nigeria has been on my mind for about 3 years. You know, I remember watching. I never really watched season 1 actively, but I remember watching season 2. I started to watch every episode online, and you know, I had made up my mind that somehow, sometime, someday I was going to be on the show. You know, so that was 2017. So 2018 came, 2019 the show didn't come on. So I'm like, okay, I guess there was just this thing about The Voice Nigeria. I felt like it had multiple franchises in other countries. You know, The Voice UK, The Voice America, and the likes. So I'm like, for The Voice to be in Nigeria, it has to be really huge, and then to be on that platform, you have to carry something. So the first thing I had to work on was my low self-esteem. You know, oh yes, I used to feel less. I remember not.
You're still looking at the roof as we speak.
You know, I never liked going to children's church as a kid. You know, my mom would force me to go there because I felt like they dressed better, they could do better and stuff. You know, so for me to actually go there, I had to.
Does this have to do with your background? Does it have to do with social class?
Social class. Well, I'm not going to attribute it to that, but I mean to have grown up in Bariga, excuse me, to have grown up in Bariga, there is not maybe not every tendency, but just very little tendency of, you know, feeling laid back, you know, having to be like, okay, these people from Bagada, these people from Lekki, and they are more, yeah, I get.
Yeah.
So that was like the first thing I had to work on. I decided to work on my self-confidence. I decided to hone my craft well too, so that once I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm confident what I'm sure of what I'm doing. So at some point I had to study, music. I majored in voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was with my music director interim Akoka then.
Okay.
Mr. Harold, Vocal Plus.
Okay.
Oh yes. So I majored in voice, and crash course about 5-6 months I was done, and then I was like, okay, let me just put everything I've learned to work, and that was it.
So the first time, I'm not sure Dr. Precious has watched the auditions and all that, but the first time you had to pick a judge, you picked Dare Atalade, and I could almost guess from home that day that you were going to pick Dare. I mean, quality of your voice and everything. I knew you were going to pick Dare Atalade. So I'm going to give you a quick test. If you're going to pick a Dare song to sing for me this moment, which one would it be?
Dare Atalade's song. I have always loved Not the Girl.
You're not the girl.
Yeah, I have always
that
loved
used
Not the Girl.
that used to be my favorite.
Aww.
But right now it's Pray for Me.
Pray for me. Oh yes. Oh
Okay.
yes.
But then
There's a cry.
I
I love that word.
Yeah.
you know we can actually bring Dare over. And
Really?
then have him and Dare.
And then we now do like a combo.
If you had told me he was coming, I
We would
could
have
have
done-
made it happen.
And we would have just brought the two of
You
them.
just wanted
But
to
Dare-
surprise me
Dare-
and
Dare
surprise
did not-
yourself. She told me you were coming just this morning.
It was a surprise.
surprise. I mean,
It was a surprise. But you know the interesting part of it is, so I want you to do that Dare song.
okay.
So pick which one?
And then he needs to tell us why he chose Dare. When Yemi
because he
Alade
left.
was there.
I don't want Yemi Alade.
What's
You
your
want
own
my brother
problem
to be
now?
chasing woman. He'll be distracted.
No, distracted.
He'll be distracted now.
I like, but I
Can
love
you see
Dare.
can you see the package?
See, let me tell you something.
Can't you see Yemi's
I will
package?
be-
Yemi
I
just
will
sang
choose
song,
Yemi.
bro. She
I
said
will
she
choose-
sing, go.
I will choose
Single and
Yemi,
searching.
then I'll be going to Dare's class through the back door.
Oh my God.
You don't know there are benefits.
You are
there
crushing
things
on
that
Yemi.
accompanies.
Yemi is crushing on you. Since
What are you
before
talking about?
we know.
Yemi's
Before-
my friend.
Since before he's been crushing on you. Don't be deceiving you. He's been crushing on you. Don't take my brother does not want him.
So first of all, I think the reason I chose Dare was, every coach on the show is amazing, super amazing. I respect Kwaji a lot. I respect Yemi Alade, and I love Fowls too. I mean, I love This Is Nigeria,
This is Nigeria.
And
See what we're doing now.
so, but Dare just came across as someone who I would want to, identify with in terms of guidance, in terms of mentoring, in terms of
Music style.
music style and all that. So that was, I really didn't waste time, So
It was like
No,
I'm telling you,
but he chose
I'm telling
right.
you,
He chose
he
right.
did. But
because-
I listened to you during that audition, and I knew for a fact that your best choice for that first level could have been Dare. So when Dare lost you, because you didn't lose Dare really, so when he lost you, I was like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, But all well and good. And then I discovered that Dare is also a very contained artist, very sure of himself, very outgoing.
Oh, yes.
But Fowls is going to challenge you and is going to bring you out there, because Fowls is crazy. Fowls is everywhere. Is bold. And I'm still wondering why you're looking at the sky when your house is seriously. Let's do that with song first of all before I finish you on set this morning.
And then I'll ask you something about your chemistry with Peace.
Hey,
my God.
before we go to that chemistry thing, can we sing this Dare song? I'm like waiting for that song. One of the reasons that I bought you so I can sing for me.
Okay, so
It's
so let's do this.
It's shining again.
We have been together for so long, you've seen a part of me. Just how did this all go wrong? And you claim you gave to me your best, just to make it work. Oh, just how did this all go wrong? Oh, 'cause I tried. Oh, see my eyes are empty from all the tears I cried. Since this perfect love is hardly satisfied, Give me one reason why I should hide my tears. Oh, and it's killing me inside. You're not the girl I used to know. You're a shadow of yourself. I think I lost you long ago. Like the book that's left the shelf, I hear the footsteps down my hall. And I know someday that will be you leaving me
For good.
for good.
Wow. See, Tommy,
Wow.
if he sings for a matured woman like this,